Hi, this is Janet Davis with Boss Lady Productions, and today we're here with Tod Davis, local artist, who actually made the beautiful lamp behind us that many of you saw at the open house. And Tod has been a local artist here in town for, like 30 years, 25?
25, 30.
Yeah, I actually have known you since I was 18 years old when I used to work at the Record Exchange.
Yeah.
We used to party together.
Oh, yes, we did.
So how long have you been doing artwork?
I have been doing it since I was 5.
No.
Because my dad's an artist and I paid attention.
Oh, okay. What age were you when you realized it wasn't just a hobby, but it was something that you wanted to like do with your life? Because you're always working on something.
25.
Yeah, around that age.
I was still playing.
Yeah.
So I took it seriously, but I didn't.
Right. Do you have any formal training or are you self-taught? And tell me about that.
I'm self-taught.
Okay.
But
so
I
what's
have
your
had
method of learning?
my creativity.
Yeah.
Really. I think of something and then I do research and then I put it down on paper as sketches.
Right.
And then figure out what to do.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
What is your favorite medium to work with?
Liquid acrylic ink.
Liquid acrylic ink?
Acrylic ink.
Because with this lamp behind us, did you do the metal work on that? Because inside it's got some really cool stuff too.
Me and my dad did.
Okay.
Me and my dad did, but all that is liquid acrylic ink.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
with a clear coat.
Her name is Camaro Chandelier for anybody who's curious. But I saw the piece and just had to have it. She's the centerpiece of all these interviews. So what kind of investments have you had to make in, equipment and supplies to do your artwork? What kind of investments have you had to make?
Nothing too extreme because I'm working on paper and I'm not working on canvases that are a football field.
And how much, for a canvas, because I know I commissioned a piece from you that was 2 feet by 2 feet?
Yeah.
So for a box canvas like that, that's like, say, 4 feet by 4 feet, what does something like that run?
$11 to $20.
Okay.
Depending on the art store. Depending on.
But the paint and the supplies can get really pricey, can't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time. Because I only use the best stuff.
Right. Well, that's probably good.
Yeah.
So who are some of your local heroes as far as other artists go, or even artists that are not in our community? Like, who are some of your favorite artists? Because I know you're very punk rock. Like, that's your aesthetic.
Right.
For sure.
Pushead was a big inspiration.
Oh, okay. So Sean Wyatt used to work with Pushead in San Francisco.
Yeah. And he was huge when I was a kid because I would turn to the Thrashers.
Right.
And I was like...
Because music is a big inspiration for you.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Depending on the piece, I'll throw on a different album.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I know that you're very into the punk and the skateboarding scene, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what got me really into art, was seeing the skateboards in the 80s.
Right.
And I was just like, I want to do that.
Yeah. So is there anything that's unique about the Boise art community as opposed to other communities that you've been exposed to? Portland or Seattle or San Francisco? Is there anything unique about the artist community here?
It's all pretty much, I think, the same.
Right.
It's just, it's not really different, but Boise needs a bit more culture.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of great artists
there.
here. Yeah.
Like, we're growing up as
But there's so many great artists in this town that don't get any recognition.
Like, who are some of them?
Well, they get recognition. Out. Noble is a great artist.
Artisty.
Yeah.
Oh, he's great. I've known him forever.
Yeah. Jay O'Leary, great guy, does awesome work. And he's doing Garbage Pail Kids, and I was so stoked for him because
that's amazing.
Travis Campion, amazing artist.
Travis is
amazing artist. The list is just too long.
Well, and a lot of them end up going into tattoo apprenticeships. Yeah. I know that Travis, that's what he's doing, and he's actually doing his own tattoo work now, and he's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and there's so many great artists in that in the tattooing thing. That when they have art shows, it's really cool to see the other side.
Exactly.
And it's just like,
so
holy
how
crap.
important is the punk scene to you in creating the art that you do?
It's pretty important. It's because it's more than just partying and going to shows. It's a lot of a lot of, in my day, we'd make our own clothes. We'd still screen our own stuff.
Sure.
You know, it's not so Hot Topic
as
it was.
Exactly.
Actually, we didn't even have Hot Topic back in the day. You know.
Right.
It really has
Hot
changed.
Topic's only been around for what, like 15 years, maybe 20?
Yeah. And it's just, it used to be, there's so much to punk rock.
Yeah.
That's really good, and there's a lot of bad. I mean, there's just...
So, because I know that you always show me the pieces that you're working on, like on a daily basis, and I know that the punk scene is super integral and influential in all the work that you do. So tell me about some of the upcoming projects that you're working on, and in something big or that you're super proud of that you're currently working on.
I am working on a mannequin sculpture, but it's going to be an amusement park, and she's a banshee.
Cool.
And
does she have a name, or do you let the customer?
Not yet.
Okay.
She's still being operated on.
I'll name her. Well, I can always go Carmela Caravaggio. How's that? No, we'll come up with something better. So weren't you doing some work though for some corporations, or potentially doing some work?
Not at the moment. I'm waiting. And that's the art business. There's a lot of waiting and patience.
Wait and see.
But I've sent some stuff to some skateboarding companies, and people have messaged me back.
So is that your big hope, to get some skateboarding company to potentially sign you on?
Oh, definitely. I just want one board, and just, that's been my goal for years, is to have my board or my work on a board with a company, because it's just a fun atmosphere.
Right.
And it keeps your kids out of trouble.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Depends.
But I love it.
Sometimes it gets your kids injured, but as long as they're safe about it.
Yeah.
So I guess my last question to you would be, at the end of the day, or at the beginning of the day, what is it that drives you to keep creating art and making art? Like, what drives you to keep going and even when it's so hard to achieve success, what is it that drives you?
Just maybe one day someone will scoop me up for a contract or something,
But you love art.
But I love art, yeah. I like drawing and creating new things. I have like 1,000 ideas running through my head.
Yeah. Well, and I've personally bought 2 pieces from you. So
thank you very much.
Absolutely. I love having them, and I love to support the local art scene. So I'm happy to do it. And I have another piece here actually that I bought from one of my employees, Kevin Chapton. So it's film related. It's from The Labyrinth. You can see it right behind you there. It won't be on
that's
camera.
way cool.
Sorry, guys. But the love of art is what keeps you going.
And like you were going on artists that get me, not just Pusshead, but also Hernamos Bosch, Salvador Dali.
Right.
I mean, the guys that are just like...
the majors.
What?
Right.
Especially Hernamos Bosch.
Yeah.
So, those
that
are my
inspires you.
Huge influences.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, you continue to crank out amazing pieces, and I love to see what you're working on all the time. I've got one of your drawings in my office, one of your paintings out here, and your lamp. So your art definitely dominates Bob Slady's studio. So thank you so much for being here.
You.
We've got Tod Davis, artist, and I am Janet Davis with Boss Lady Productions, and we'll see you soon. Bye.